Tonight, the first GOP debate, but of course, Donald Trump will not be in attendance. And why would Trump attend that debate, considering he has a significant lead over all of the other candidates? So will anyone actually be watching? No. I'll answer it for myself. No. Joining me now is Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, who will be watching because she'll be inside, locked down. Congresswoman, I appreciate you spending some time with us. Give us a sense there. I mean, I think that they must be a little let down that the big guy's not going to be there. I don't mean Biden. I mean the big guy, Trump.
That's right. And actually, the main comment I've heard from everyone is that it's really boring because President Trump is not here. And a lot of people haven't even come out to come to the big main stage here in Milwaukee. But President Trump doesn't need to come, Eric. Just like you said, I advised him last week. My advice was no need to show up, Mr. President. You've already proved to America that we've had the best 4 years when you were our president, and that's why we want you back in the White House. So he has nothing to prove on a debate stage with these candidates because he's already proven it to the American people. Now,
MTG, and again, I've cleared that with you in the past to be able to call you that because we're also friendly. MTG, I was around, I'm old enough to remember 2015 and 2016 when Fox did the same thing to Trump. They had Trump derangement syndrome. Frankly, I had a nightly brawl with Gutfeld and Perino over Trump, and I stood by Trump. They didn't like him. Here's my thing. So they send the two executives out to Bedminster and says, please, Mr. Trump, hat in hand, please come because we need the ratings. He says no. Brett Baer calls him 4 times. He says no. Why would he, given that interview that Brett gave him a couple of weeks ago, why would he show up when Brett Baer is the guy who's going to be asking the questions, who I frankly think sandbagged Trump on that last interview?
I totally agree with you. He has nothing to prove to Fox News. And it's not about Fox News or any other network. It's really about the American people. And he proved to the American people that we can have $1.75 per gallon gasoline. And that's what people want. He also proved to the American people that they can afford their groceries when he's our president, that our border is closed and that our people are secure, and that we're not going to be going into World War III in some crazy foreign war because he ended those when he was president. And, you know, I can never understand, Eric, how these people continue on with their Trump derangement syndrome. I mean, it's okay if you don't like someone, but who doesn't like $1.75 a gallon gasoline?
Well, what will happen is when Trump locks down the nomination, Fox will jump on that bandwagon. They'll head right back over to the Trump train and say, oh, we loved you the whole time, Mr. President, and they're hypocrites for doing it. The spin room, if my audience doesn't know, the spin room, these debates, the candidates debate afterwards around 11 o'clock at night or so, a big, massive room with media from all parts of the world, CNN everywhere, but also around the world, they come. And candidates, surrogates come out one at a time with their candidate's name on it. Christie, DeSantis, Ramaswamy, Pence, whomever, and they come out and they spin and they say, my candidate crushed it. Do you see how great he is? He's going to take Trump down. Or she really did well in the case of Nikki Haley. She won tonight. The spin room, it's fascinating. It's politics, American nitty-gritty politics at its best. Now, Fox and the RNC said Trump surrogates could not show up in the spin room. Are you guys now allowed in, and are you a surrogate?
I hope people are allowed in, and yes, I am a surrogate, but I'm also a member of Congress, and I can't imagine Fox News or anyone else censoring members of Congress or surrogates for President Trump, because that's really what it is censorship. And I think we've had enough of censorship in America, and that usually comes from the left, and we shouldn't be seeing it come from anyone. So I think Trump surrogates should be allowed in. I hope they let me in. But I'm also doing my own post-debate show. Congressman Matt Gaetz and I are doing that. We don't have to spin the truth for the American people. They know the truth, and they know that President Trump is the man that we need back in the White House for 4 more years.
So, MTG, you're going to be inside, and they lock it down early, and who do you think? Now, again, I talked to Chris Christie last night on this show, and I said to him, I said, listen, Governor, this feels like rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. The ship is still headed for the iceberg. It's still going down. It's Trump's. But, I mean, is anyone going to make any real strides tonight, do you think?
I don't think so. I mean, there may be a few breakout moments for a couple of the candidates, but to be honest with you, poll after poll is showing that President Trump is winning with over 60%. But the American people are the ones that are feeling the real pain. They're watching President Trump be indicted and locked up time and time again, repeatedly. And at the same time, we've got Joe Biden in the White House, whose family has gotten rich. I mean, these people have made tens and millions of dollars, and they don't sell a single Biden product or a single Biden service that you can buy or pay for. But they've done this because they've used Joe Biden's power and sold the American people out. And people are really fed up. They can hardly get by month after month, and they're living by maxing out their credit cards. But yet Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and the rest of the Biden family is filthy rich. And I think that's how people are going to look at this and vote.
I want to jump in here because the other major, massive news on the scene right now, Rudy Giuliani presented himself for arraignment today. He was arrested. He was booked. He was fingerprinted. They took a mugshot. There's his mugshot. Your home state of Georgia. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on. Sidney Powell got arrested and mugshotted, and Jenna Ellis, and then two Trump's lawyers. Congresswoman, what is happening to the American justice system and in your state of Georgia?
Well, the justice system is being destroyed. And in Georgia, we're very embarrassed. We're ashamed of this Fulton County DA, Fani Willis. You know, in my state of Georgia, Eric, a child is sold for sex every single month 7,200 times. 7,200 times on average, a child is sold for sex in the state of Georgia. And the Fulton County DA, Fani Willis, she should be using all of her power to prosecute these criminals that are targeting children. The murder rate in Atlanta is as high as Chicago. The Fulton County DA should be prosecuting murderers. And we have gangs all over Georgia that are directly linked to the cartels. But she thinks the way to make her career is doing the Get Trump thing. But really what she's doing is she's acting as just another Democrat campaign arm for Joe Biden and trying to lock up President Trump.
May I ask you, Congressman, there's some rumors or some talk, some chatter to impeach Fani Willis. Now, the way that would have, the way I believe it would have to happen is your governor would have to agree to it and go forward with that. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the state senator, that's actually from my district, Colton Moore. He wants to introduce impeachment articles on Fani Willis. But I've been talking to people in the state legislature and talking in our state. That really is not going to work. First of all, they need to call back a special session, and that would require Governor Kemp to do that. And he's already said he will not do that. Yeah. And then it would require to have the votes necessary to get it done. But what they are planning to do is starting October 1st, there is going to be a special, basically like a committee set up that provides oversight into state DAs. And they're going to be launching an oversight investigation into Fani Willis. And so I'm hoping something can be done. I can't imagine that there isn't a way to stop her abusing her office and power as the Fulton County DA.
Well, I hope you keep us informed because it's really good having you on. My audience adores hearing what you have to say. And by the way, you're right. Kemp ain't going to do anything for Trump. He's an anti-Trumper himself. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, have a great night, and we'll talk to you again very soon.
Okay. Thanks, Eric.